Uh, oh, and it officially says we are live. What's good, people? What's going on with y'all? Y'all know what it is. Two-time ATL's hottest DJ, the God DJ Agony, also known as Dr. Dope, man. And you know, stopping through here on a Wednesday night, man. Had plans on being on here earlier, but hey, I get here when I get here, man. You know what I'm saying? When it's property of dope, you can do what you want to do. At least I can. But I'm just stopping for my midweek check in, man, on this quick 30 right quick, man. Yo, big like I said, big shouts out and thanks to everybody who tuned in to the dope show Friday night and stuck with me through our interruptions or whatnot. Yo, I appreciate y'all the most. Um, Dope show went well with none other than the high scholar Dr. Brewington. And if you have not seen it, go to YouTube now, go to Dope Enterprise on YouTube and look up that show. It's dated March 4th, 2022, and it's a part one and part two. Watch them both, man. If you a hip hop head, it's some good knowledge going on there, man. Big shouts out to the high scholar Dr. Brewington, man. Um, what I'm here for now, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's my quick 30. And what I'm gonna do with the quick 30 is it's gonna be my homage to all the great late night shows that used to come on. And it's going to be a top 10 list. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna run the top 10 list and it's my list, just things that I think about, things that I'm into. But I'm a big fan of lists. Real big fan of lists. So that's what it's gonna be. Pardon me for a second. I'm about to throw out a few shares right now just to let folks know, hey, we're on. Because, I'm doing this thing on YouTube now, so some people hadn't quite caught on to that just yet, but it's fine. I'll catch y'all up. Don't worry about it. On my Facebook people or whatever. We will catch y'all up as we speak. Potential guest in the building, but we'll see how that goes when that goes. Yeah, just throwing out a few shares right now. Just hold tight with me. Mm. Like when that come up, your post has been published. Appreciate it. Just throwing out a few more. Hold tight with me, people. I will be with you shortly enough to give you this list. And let's make a good night out of it. Like I said, it's my midweek check in. Yep, that should do it then. Oh, one more. There we go. Drop this last one. All right, and we should be good. All right, that is done. All right, so then we can get to what we came here for, and that's getting on this top 10 list. So today is March 9th, which anybody know anything about hip hop know that today is the day that 25 years ago, in '97, when we lost Biggie. So big RIP to Biggie. And so what I'm gonna do for my top 10 list is my top 10 Notorious B.I.G. songs. Like I said, and it's one of those things to where to try to narrow it down, even though it was only, and I'm not counting the posthumous album, so it was I'm only counting the first two albums. Even though it was only two, it was a lot of good material to what I'm saying, have to fill in a 10 song list. But I narrowed it down to just my favorites, the ones that just kind of stick out to me. It's like, you know what? Yeah, that song was dope. That song was ghetto gold right there. And I'm about to drop those for you in a second. All right, we good. Yeah, we good for right now. All right. So top 10 notorious big songs. Now this list, it is in order, but like just looking over it, I've been moving songs around all day. Um, like I mean, if you look, I'm still moving stuff around. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just some of them like damn, does that go that low on the list? Or I like that song, but is it my favorite? I think this one gonna go a little higher. Um, so to start it off, on number 10, Suicidal Thoughts. Now, the reason why this made my list was because, this was the last song on Ready to Die. Um, how descriptive it was. Like Biggie really took you there. Like you were getting a phone call from a friend that was about to end it all, and nobody wants to get that phone call. Nobody wants that call. Like, I mean, I couldn't imagine a phone call like that. But Biggie, just how he described it and just how descriptive he was, you felt like you were there. And it has you, you listen to that song for the first time, you're tense. Like, yo, what the fuck is he talking? Like, is or then it leaves you wondering, is this how he feels in real life? Like, we often think that our favorite celebrities and rappers are living the great life, and oftentimes people covet and want that, they want a piece of that, they want in on that, but sometimes even at the top, you're at your most loneliest. So with that, I mean, Biggie Suicidal Thoughts definitely made my list just for the lyrical content and just how descriptive he was. Um, Now, did some moving around. Like I said, my number 9 is Unbelievable. Unbelievable is just one of those songs. I mean, big shouts out to DJ Premier who did that track. And it's one of those songs is just just ride to. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. And it's another song off Ready to Die. And you just this is really all you could do is just like, uh-huh, uh-huh. And from my knowledge of it, this was one of the first songs that he wrote for Ready to Die. Was unbelievable. But they didn't release it as a single. It became an album song or whatever. But of course, if you had Ready to Die, you should have listened to that whole album from credit to credit. So definitely unbelievable. Unbelievable is definitely that one. Um, Now number 8 is What's Beef. Oh man, if you ever had beef and you felt like you was finna get in your car and go do something about it, it's the perfect song to ride to. You know, his wordplay on the hook. You know what I'm saying? Beef is when I see you, guaranteed to be in ICU. Like the wordplay, it was so clever. It was so clever for his time, and it, actually not for his time. It's just clever. Period. Like I mean, the song was definitely a get down beef masterpiece. And if you follow this career, you know that Biggie had beefs. Biggie had beefs. It wasn't just him and Pac. You know what I'm saying? Like it was issues with Nas, issues with Wu Tang. Like Biggie has some beefs. You know what I'm saying? It never got as bad as it did with the beef with him and Tupac, but at the same time, you know what I'm saying? Just the beefs were real, like and he addressed it. Like I mean, he didn't corner the market on beef. We've all had, well, most of us have had some form of beef. There we go. Like I said, might have a guest coming through, y'all. So just be on the lookout for that. Um, but yeah, just it is definitely the anthem for when you finna go ride down on somebody. There's no that's just one of those ones. Yeah, when you listen to this, shit's gonna go down. Shit's about to happen. It's out of my control at this point. The gears are already turning. So definitely number 8 is What's Beef. Number 7 is yet another song about beef. Who Shot You? Now it's rumored and now part of lore that Who Shot You was a jab at Tupac getting shot at the studio when Big was upstairs. But from what also I've done my research on is that that song was written long before Pac got shot. It's just the timing of it couldn't have been a little more horrible. But at the same time, it's like, well, it is a dope song though. Like Who Shot You is definitely a dope track, man. It's it's one of the ones, like I said, it's number 7 on my list, right next to What's Beef. And I had a hard time figuring out which was one was gonna go higher. Um, and if I had to make this list tomorrow, that order might change. Like What's Beef might be before Who Shot You. So um, at the moment, hey, Who Shot You, number 7. Number 6. Number 6 to lighten the mood. And this was one of those songs where when we heard this one from Biggie, it was almost like he had took it. Oh, got to knock at the door. See who in. See who's here.
Who the hell is this? Paging me
Hey,
546 in. What up,
good
though?
morning. What up, Skip?
Chilling,
Yo,
bro. How you?
I told you, man, we liable to have guests in here. Yo, big shouts out to my boy, my
Yeah, yeah.
brother. Always gonna be my co-host. As long as I got a seat, he got one next to me.
Oh, you already know how that go.
I already know how that go. What's good with you, Skip?
Chilling, man. Just getting home
Yeah.
from work.
Oh, okay. Up there being a 9 to 5 guy. That's what's up though. We making an honest living out here nowadays.
Huh?
Carry on. So I was just telling the people that today's March 9th, man. Today, 25 years ago, we lost a legend. We
Right.
lost a legend in the making, a legend in his primes. And so, in salute to Biggie and in the spirit of the quick 30 right here on the Dope Enterprise, I do top 10 lists. I do
Okay.
top 10 lists. So, of course, my boy, fellow hip hop head, just like myself, he got something to add to the pot too. So, you missed 10 through 7. I'll give you a recap. 10 was Suicidal Thoughts.
That's my joint.
Right.
Got
Nine
me out
was
of the predicament I was in.
Suicidal Thoughts was a whole nother level. And like I was telling them though, it's almost like you're there.
Right.
That song it felt a little too real and was like, you get to the end of the album and you start checking the Vibe magazines and the newspaper to see was this shit real or not.
Right, right, right. Yo,
You know what I'm
big.
saying? Yo, big. Number 9 was Unbelievable.
Okay.
Yeah. Number 8 was What's Beef.
What's beef?
What's Beef.
Hmm.
Now, 8 and 7, as I just told them, were very interchangeable. 8 and 7 were interchangeable because number 7 was Who Shot You. So, like I said, ask me tomorrow. The order might flip on those two.
I was gonna say that to you when you hit me earlier. Yeah, like it depends on what mood I'm in. I'll give you a different 10 every time you ask that question.
Yeah, yeah, and it was like I said, you had brought up a few that was just like, damn. And we'll get to the honorable mentions later, but let's go through. So I was on number 6, Sky's the Limit, because it was a much brighter picture. Because most of if you listen to Ready to Die and most of Life After Death, a lot of robbing, a lot of drugs, a lot of killing. Sky's the limit. Just let you know that you know what you could go from nothing to something, and you could be all
Right.
right. Like
You can
life is
go
good.
from
That's
ashy to classy.
Ashley the classic. Absolutely, man. It was a motivational joint.
Right, right, right.
And so that was number 6. Number 5, and this one had to go number 5 just because it's like it's a perfect breaking point. 10 Crack Commandments
Mm.
for my
Can't
people
go
out
wrong with
there.
that.
You can't go wrong with that.
Can't
Like
go wrong with that.
for my people out there who did what they were supposed to do and were in the house doing their homework, while there were some who remain nameless, were out there in front of your house, you know,
Just trying to make some
make
money to feed my daughter.
right. That's all. We was trying to make some money to feed, not my daughter.
Right, right.
10 Crack Commandments was a 0100 class on how to sell crack.
And if you ain't getting stay from Pope, never mind.
Right. Never get high on your own supply. Um, number 4. Now, number 4 to me was just one of those ones. It had to be on the list. I had to figure out where to put it. But as y'all know, I'm big on samples. I love samples. So number 4 was Juicy.
Okay.
Because I mean Juicy Fruit was a banger in the 80s, and
Right,
you
right, right.
take that you take that sample, and this dude gives his negative to positive story, his nothing to something story over it, and it was like, yo, and
And
it's
that
almost
and
like
that
you
and that big swag on it.
yes, the swag was just on 1 million then. And if you listen to it, each verse, things get slightly better. You know what I'm saying? By the end of the song, he got Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis.
Right.
What kid didn't want both in '93? Like I'm sitting there like, damn, I got a Sega, but they got a Super Nintendo. How I'm gonna play Street Fighter?
Right, right. But you got them both. Got them both.
Yeah, he got Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis.
And the
Like
money
things,
green leather sofa.
man, got 2 rides, a limousine with the chauffeur. You
All right.
know what I'm saying? So it was that was one of those songs that I'm glad he led off with that. That was a real feel good song that got
Mm-hmm.
us into the other shit. You know what I'm saying? So definitely big shouts out to Juicy, in tune for that sample for Juicy Fruit. It was good. Number 3 is probably one of the best written stories I've ever heard. And I say ever heard. Now, as far as storytellers go, from Scarface to Ice Cube to Ghostface to Eight
Nas.
Ball to Nas to Slick Rick. This might be the best story ever written. Niggas Bleed at number 3. Now, I'm gonna be honest, you could take that song, give it to Scorsese, and it'll be Academy Award winning movie.
Right.
Easily. And it was almost like he sat there and watched every Scorsese movie and was just like, turn the mics on. Okay, let me. I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna be back. And to
And he went
think,
in.
that they said Biggie freestyled a lot of this stuff. How do you freestyle these deep and intricate stories and they make sense? They flow. The
Right.
beats riding. They rhyme. It's like, I mean, like I said, this could have been written as a screenplay, but he freestyled this.
Man, that take that's talent. You know what I'm saying? Like he was ahead of himself.
Yeah,
He was
that
one of
was
the ones like he was ahead of himself, man. Like just to go with anybody. And you know a lot of artists trying to do that now, but back then, like it was only a handful of them that was really going in there and killing it like that for an
yeah.
album's sake. I ain't saying like we hitting Rap City to boot kind of thing, but to sit down and do that for your album.
Right, right, and like I said, to come up with it off the dome, that takes it to another plateau that sits him higher than a lot,
Right.
sits him very much higher than a lot. Number two was actually not on an album, it was on a mixtape. That's the Funk Master Flex Volume 2 freestyle that he did over Cream. It was him and the Locks. That was amazing. If you've never heard that, look up Funk Master Flex Volume 2 Biggie and Locks freestyle. Cream is probably one of my favorite hip hop beats, at least top 10 hip hop beats of all time. And Biggie gets a hold of that thing and goes in. I mean, yeah,
And
the Locks did their thing, and the Locks held their weight. But
yeah,
when Biggie said, "Wherever I go, my crew is true to swarm," got stripes in New York like Yankee uniforms.
the dude, that's the dude, man. That's the dude. That's my guy.
Frozen. That shit was ill, man. So, like I said, if y'all have never heard that, please go look that up. Please go look that up. So when we get to the honorable mentions, one of the honorable mentions that my boy Skip mentioned earlier was Warning. Once again, more storytelling. These dudes is outside his house.
Right.
He rich now, so he ain't in the projects. He in his nice house.
Oh shit! You got a red dot on your forehead.
Oh shit! What? You got a dot on your forehead too? Oh
Oh
shit!
shit!
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Honorable mention. What's another honorable mention? What you got for him, Skip, on the honorable mentions?
For honorable mention, for me,
Mm-hmm.
kicking the door.
Can't go wrong with that
Kicking
one.
the door, waving the fofo.
Can't go wrong
All
with
you
that
heard
one.
was Papa, don't hit me no more.
You heard them horns come in at burn, 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 do 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 do.
And
Yeah,
I mean,
that.
you gotta. Did you do the classic? Did you say Big Papa?
Nah, that didn't make the list. But
That's that's a
Big
classic.
Papa.
That's an
Big
honorable
Papa was
mention.
one of those ones to where if I was old enough to go to the club, I could imagine like saying that in some girl ear, like rapping the shit like I'm big, and then possibly getting a number. Or maybe she'd just go ahead and come to the crib, like we can skip the number, just follow my car.
T-bone steak, cheese, eggs, and Welch
The
is
Welch
great.
is great. Like breakfast of champions.
Right.
And if you get that for breakfast, fellas, you put it down last night. You wake up
And
to
in
that,
my
yeah.
last honorable mention, I don't want to try to jump in and take over, but
Go ahead.
Brooklyn's finest.
Him and Jay Z. Mm.
That's
Hmm.
another. But yeah, I got. You can't forget dreams. Dreams, fucking and beat shit. I'm just saying.
Dreams,
That's why I
dreams.
say, yo, at any given moment, my list is switch. It depends what mood I'm in.
Right. Because the thing was on my original list, Notorious Thugs was on there. Notorious Thugs actually got bumped. It got
Yeah,
bumped. And Notorious Thugs was crazy. Yo, big shots out the bone for that one. Like Busy got busy on that one.
and I mean, I hate to say it, but you can't forget the joint with him and Kells.
Uh,
Don't know who they was talking about at the time, but
and another one. And another one. And then you'll try for all of them.
right, right,
Yeah, but then that one, shit, nasty girl, hell.
right.
The
That's what I'm saying.
ladies.
It all depends on what mood I'm in.
That was my line, ladies. My Mercedes fit four in the back, two if you're
Two if you
fat.
fat.
And I was like, yo, I love chunkies. Yo, pile them in.
And one that I still to this day, when I get in my zone, I keep on repeat. My downfall. Just pray on my downfall.
Mm. Mm. That's
When I get
heavy.
in the mood, I can listen to that over and over again.
Yeah.
When I feel like writing, like sometimes I can sit and listen to that, and it'll take me,
Mm.
and then it'll put me in my zone. So, but yeah, big one of my favorites. So
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, it really sucks that we lost this dude and as gifted as he was at what 23, and I can only imagine what he would have sounded like 25. Like the growth, like we got a chance to see the growth with Nas, with Hove, with LL even, but to see that growth with Biggie and Pac to where what would they have sound like at 25 versus 28 versus 30?
I mean, the way the game is, and it's still the MCs from that era that's still banging them out. I wonder what they would sound like today.
Right,
What
right. Like
what
even
would
to
their
because today
what
they'd
what
be
what would they be
50.
talking about?
Today they'd be 50, and I think they'd still be killing it at
I do
50.
too.
I'm gonna be honest. Like prime example of that, I want to say it was 2 weeks ago that KRS One tape dropped. Probably one of the dopest tapes I done heard this year. That if you haven't heard that new KRS One, what is it? I'm an MC. Are
I'm an
you?
MC. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm an MC. Are you one too?
yeah.
That album is I mean, you getting history, dance hall.
Fun.
Yeah, it's some fun. There's some break records on there. Like you getting a big mix on there, and like yo, to be in his 50s, KRS One did his thing. Like it's a skip proof album. I'll go ahead and put the bell on that one. That album is skip proof.
Shout out to the teacher,
Just said, oh
Blast Master.
yes sir, the entertainer, KRS One, knowledge reigns supreme. But
Right.
so for my number one is just it's one of those songs. It was an album song, but it has to be my favorite Biggie song from the samples to the lyrics. I mean, like I feel like he just went all in on this one. Number four, Ready to Die, Machine Gun Funk.
It's the funk, baby.
Man, I mean, with you got the P Funk sample in there. You got Lords of the Underground. I live by the funk. I die by the funk. Like the production was crazy. The lyrics is I mean, you start a verse off, all I want is bitches, big booty bitches. Used to say it back.
Everything fit. Everything meshed together.
It was perfect. Like of all the songs he had, I mean, I love everything on this list, and a lot of the ones that didn't make it, but this is that one that I can put it on repeat for a long time. Like I could put a lot of these on repeat, but that was that one that caught me. You know what I'm saying? I want to say I was 10 when this came out. I probably shouldn't have been listening to this, but at the same time, that was that one. I was like, I don't know what this feeling is, but I like it. I
Right.
need more of it. Dig, man, dig. But yeah, yo, that's my top 10 list, man. Top 10 Biggie songs of my personal favorite of all time. Like I said, RIP to one of the greats. Like I said, gone too soon. What you got going on, brother Skip?
Man, just got back in town. Be running. We went and shot a wedding this
Mm,
weekend in Arkansas. Um,
Arkansas.
yeah. Now we got we trying to put together this music showcase here in Memphis in May, and then
Okay.
after that it's the 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 boss queen, her birthday coming up, the 50th. So we in the
Mm,
planning stages for that. Got the building and all that good stuff. I put the flyer out. So trying to see if we can get the building to rock a little bit.
mm,
But other than that, man,
mm.
I told you, man, I'm in a good place. I went from designing flyers to designing kitchens and bathrooms and shit. So
It's all
it's
right.
been, and it's good when it's a job that you don't mind going to, and I kind of look forward to going. Like I was never a morning person, but I
Oh,
get up
it's not.
before my alarm clock nowadays.
It's often said that when you enjoy what you're doing, you'll never work a day of your
Don't feel
life.
like work.
That's
It's
love right
crazy.
there.
I be sitting there like, dang, seeing what I just sold. Like, wow, I ain't getting none of that. I want that piece. Like, I want that piece right there. I did a kitchen recently, 22 grand
Mm.
for the kitchen, just the cabinets and that stuff. Like, so it's fun. You know what I mean? Because I get to be creative. Like, people come and tell me, all right, well, this is the color and this how much space you got. Do your thing.
Gotcha.
And I get to, yeah. Then it's either they like it or they don't, or they want something switched out, or they want something added. And then it's all the little, like the garbage can pullouts, the cutting board in the drawer, like all the little extra accessories that I get to play around with and add, and then send them the ticket, and they've been liking it. So
Yeah, wait for that pain to happen.
having fun, man. I'm having fun. You know,
That's what
we
it
got
do,
we got
man.
the in store competition. Who's selling the most? And
Oh yeah,
I've
of
I've
course.
quickly moved my way up the ladder. So
Oh yeah, you gotta let them know. Look, I came to do two things: sell shit and sell shit.
right, those two.
Yeah. Right.
But
Yes,
no, man, other than
indeed.
that, man, I'm back writing. I got some new joints about to drop. I got
Mm.
like four I'm gonna drop. And I'm actually dropping one. The theme song for her birthday. I'm dropping it on her birthday. So
Okay. Okay.
yeah, only live once.
Okay. Wait a minute. So I'm thinking like this though. This would be a dope idea. Follow my lead on this. Get the dude from Coming to America to start singing. She's your queen to be.
I think you should do it.
No, no, no. Get the dude from Coming to America. But yeah, I be drunk too much, man. I mess around, forgot the words. I'm like,
that works too.
they be like, oh yeah, acting their own one again, y'all.
Thinking
Got
of
that.
like it's 5 o'clock somewhere. What he said.
It's like, yo, somebody go take that cup out of his hand. Don't you do it. Don't you do it.
No, but other than that, man, I just been chilling, quiet, grinding right now.
Hey, that's the best way to do it. Can't nobody make up nothing at that point.
Right,
It's like, you ain't seen me. I know you ain't seen me. I wasn't
right. But
there.
there's music, movies, and some other things popping. We just started Boss Cat Entertainment. We actually have we signed a group out of Miami.
Mm.
And they got that Miami flavor. Um,
Oh, okay.
so
So we
we
talk about some rappers,
yeah,
fat ass wicks and lots of gold teeth.
it's a rapper and a singer, a dude and a female.
Okay.
So we working with them. We got some stuff coming up for them. And it's another artist that we talking to right now. See what happened. It's a lot of stuff I've been through, or I've been a witness to, or can attest to, or I gained a little bit of knowledge that could help. So
That is true. That's what I'm saying. I
that's what we're
mean,
doing.
when you sift through this thing we do call entertainment, and between managers, promoters, uh, folks you're working with on music, I mean, it's a mess.
Yeah, yeah.
And you got to think for at least the last 5 years of it, I was there when it happened.
All right, jealousy is a hell of a drug.
Man, shit worse than cocaine. I'd rather you be a snouthead.
Right, jealousy is a hell of a drug, boy.
Man, it's the worst. It is the worst, man. But you know what? If you are enviable, that means you're doing something right. You got to be doing something. The motherfucker want to hate you because they ain't you.
No reason.
No reason.
But if they want to find me, they can look me up on Venue GPS.
Ah, there you go.
The plug. Shout
Right.
out to my homie. But yeah,
Big shots out to UConn.
yeah. Other than that, brother, I'm just low key right now. Then we done found this spot in Memphis. I'm sitting in my studio right now. So
That's what I'm saying. You
you
got
know,
wood paneling. Like that shit is dope.
yeah, man. We done turn this thing into the movie set, the TV show set, the podcast set. There's some stuff coming. We
That's what
we
I'm
we, we
saying, man.
quiet grind, like I said.
Yeah, man. Look, we ain't paying no high price at studio prices no more.
Mm-mm.
I was like, shit, nah, we ain't doing that no more.
Nah.
We doing this right from a crib, man. Even if you just got a good working computer or wood paneling,
Right. Right.
this is all we need, man. That's you know what, and I said this last week that was one of the blessings that came out of the pandemic was that people had to figure out ways to do this on their own. Just sitting at home bored, and then next thing you know, shows were being born left and right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Absolutely.
it's just whether you know what I'm saying you really have it to whoever it is take it to that next level, or will you just be sitting in your house talking to the internet?
Right. It's still hard for me because I like that interaction, that in studio interaction. So,
Yeah,
but yeah,
I
it's
about
all
to say.
good. We make it work.
Oh yeah, always, 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 man. Yo, but
We adapt.
yeah, definitely, definitely, swift and changeable, yet remainable. Tell the folk where they can find you at, man.
at the job, making some shit. Nah, man, you know what it is, man. Everywhere at Saga Boss, man. Shout out to my brother. It's always a pleasure to share a platform with you, my dude.
Always, man,
But yeah,
always.
Boss Cat ENT on social media. Email me bosscatent@gmail.com. I'm still shooting. Um, that too. But still shooting. You know, the movies is coming and still shooting pictures and so yeah, we working, man. And if you
That's
need the
what I'm.
taxes done, I know somebody.
We definitely know somebody.
Taxes, nonprofit organizations,
Oh
starting your
yeah.
business up. I got the plug for you.
Right. Right. We know people.
Right,
He know people. I know people.
right.
Right. Right. Right.
What he
Yeah.
said, no, that way.
Right. I had to learn that shit, and it's so fucking weird because right here is actually a wall, but I have to do it
Right here's actually
opposite.
a beer.
Yeah, that's cool too. Salute. Mm-mm.
But
Well,
yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up, y'all. My quick 30 turned into about a 36, but it's all good. I mean, when you dope, that happens.
Hmm.
Yeah, what you want to do? So, like I said, y'all know where to find me at Dope Enterprise on Facebook, Dope Enterprise on YouTube, Dope Dot Enterprise on Instagram. I got new shirts coming. Um, so we'll be putting out pre-orders for those soon enough. Um, Also, Music Monk will be my guest this Friday on the Dope Show. So make sure y'all are tuned in right here on YouTube. I share these on Facebook, but yo, y'all gotta if y'all want to see it live and be able to comment and interact, you gotta watch it on YouTube this week because the fine people down at Facebook still got your boy on chains. I'm on all kind of probations and whatnot. So certain things y'all shouldn't say, particularly about men and who are born women and vice versa. You shouldn't. Just matter of fact, if you see that on a post, just scroll by. Don't even comment on that. Just they are who they are.
I'm gonna get you out, bro. I'm gonna get you out. I'm on my
Oh.
way.
My brother coming through with the pick, man. But yo, this is dope. Quick 30, man. It's the God DJ Agony, my brother Saga Boss.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, as I like to end every show with a good quote. Imitations is a serious form of flattery that mediocrity can pay to greatness. I am DJ Agony. That's Saga Boss. This is the Quick 30, and I'm out.
Yep.
Peace.